Hi, my name is Ashima Ananda, and I've written a book called Charging Your Chakras, a practical guide to chakra exploration. I've also written a card deck about the chakras, full color, meditation on the back. Both of these things are available in my store at ashimaananda.com, along with some other tools that may help move your practice forward. I've spoken a great deal about the book in videos past, so I invite you to check those out. And in this 5-minute video today, and today I remembered to set my timer. I did not remember in my last video. Sorry about that. But I did today. And today is step 4 in our practice, building a practice around glimmers. Glimmers, they say, are the opposite of triggers. So a glimmer is what you see when you have experienced elation, great joy, happiness, peace, whatever emotion brings to you goodness, what feels good to you. And we've talked about 3 steps and we are on the 4th step. So just to review, the first step is noticing. The second step is embodying. The third step, which we talked about quite a bit, was memorizing that feeling. And then the 4th step is accessing. One of the things we've been talking about is glimmers happen more when you pay more attention to them. So how do you pay more attention to them? So in the book, I talk a lot about how to build chakra practices. And there are some tried and true ones in there that I have written that I've really had great success with. And there's also opportunity for you to create your own. That's what we're doing here, talking about how to create our own practices. And this can maybe springboard you into whatever practice you want to create. So, since there's really no rules about how or what you create, I thought, well, maybe we can create a container where I show how a person might go about building a practice. And I decided to do it with this concept of glimmers. I really like the concept. It's really nice. And if you love that concept and you're like, well, that I just noticed some easy. This doesn't, it's easy for me. That is fantastic. Sometimes though, others of us, and me included, I forget. I forget how I felt. I forget what was happening in my body. I forget. So this is an opportunity to bring your attention really, really intentionally to how you feel. So notice, embody, access, memorize, access. And here we are on access. So how do we access that feeling? How do we access that glimmer no matter what our circumstances are? That one's really tough because if you think to yourself for a couple of moments about what is going on in the world right now and what other people, maybe you, are facing, this could be Herculean in scope. And I want to be really sensitive to that because accessing a glimmer, it almost sounds privileged, but I believe that the chakra system is here to serve all of us. I believe that we all have access to it. And I believe that we can grab a hold of these levers when we need them. And the best way to do that is to practice with them. So, accessing glimmers. When you memorize the feeling, we talked a little, like I say, we talked about that in the last one. When you memorize that feeling, gaining access to it becomes easier and easier the more you do it. So say, for instance, things aren't going well or things are going great, but you're not really those glimmers, that elevation of consciousness just isn't happening for you. This is the way to access it. Notice it, embody it, memorize it, then access it. And after a while, you won't need the first 3 steps. You won't need them because you'll know how to get there regardless of your circumstances. Now, I realize that there's a spectrum of circumstances. And I have had my struggles, and I'm sure that you have too. But this is really, this is sort of the nitty gritty. This is why I wrote the book. This is why I wanted to talk with people about the chakra system and how valuable it could be. Because suffering is suffering. There is suffering, and that is difficult. So accessing your glimmer, while difficult, I think becomes even more valuable. The practice can become even more valuable. Oh, wow. That was a quick 5 minutes. Thank you for giving me your time, for walking with me through this journey on building a glimmer practice. My suspicion is that my next video will also kind of be wrapping up this idea. Maybe it'll also be expanding it a little bit more into other areas. But in any case, it is lovely to be able to talk with you about these practices, to create these practices with you. And I really appreciate the privilege of being able to do this. And frankly, I appreciate the privilege of having been able to study this in such incredible depth that it has moved me to a place where I want to share it with everyone. Sending positive energy out to all beings everywhere. Namaste. The light in me recognizes, honors, and loves the light in you.